So as we make our way back, and it's the concluding match of this afternoon session, we have Tomokazu Harimoto, the youngster who is at his highest world ranking to date. The 14-year-old is now at a high of 39 in the world.
Here we have now a new face to T2, Wang Chuqin, only 17 years old, won the 2017 China Junior Open and was a part of the impressive team in 2015 at the Junior World Championships, picking up a bronze medal.
So it was interesting when we see the young lads like Harimoto come up against other young players. And again, referee Sam Kong Meng from Malaysia.
First game, Harimoto of Team JJ to serve, love all.
So, will Harimoto be comfortable playing against another youngster? Let's see.
The real thing is here for Wang Chuqin, he should have no fear against Harimoto. Harimoto has developed a strong senior ranking. He is really up for this, Wang Chuqin, trying to take a scalp against the younger player.
And that is lightning quick off the bounce from Wang. Really opening up the shoulders, ripping the wrist through the ball.
This is an important match here, last match of this fixture on round 2. And the game stands 11-all. This is important, this is for the win.
It looks to me as if both players on show here are fiery characters, really competitive, and that's what we need in this T2 environment.
The two younger players here really coming into the game. Lovely backhand flick there from the youngster. Look at this, really comes in over the table, full length shot, turning his wrist the whole way out. Interesting tactics from both captains though, playing the youngsters against each other. I would love to know the reasoning behind that. We'll get into the captains later on and let you know.
Wang Chuqin, his forehand just misfiring. He looks like he's in a really good position to pounce on that ball. He's just going a little bit flat and direct though.
There's our lovely VIPs in the background, enjoying the live action. We're so close to it. Not like other table tennis competitions, where the fans and the audience are so far removed. T2 really removes the barrier between player and fan.
A nice throaty shout there from Harimoto. You wouldn't think he was 14 with a voice like that.
Even though he's younger, he is fully stamping his authority. Got a little bit of experience here. He was in round 1, played some impressive matches, beating Sweden's Mattias Karlsson. Whereas Wang Chuqin, this is his debut against fellow youngster. It's pressure.
And again, that forehand just going a little bit flat, didn't it?
Just too much pressure on himself at the minute. Feels like he needs to win directly off the point. Needs to push Harimoto here in a little bit of rallies. Right now, they're just exchanging point after point.
So Harimoto now with 3 set points.
There's a little bit of an extended rally going beyond 3 rallies. This is what we want to see. We want to see Wang Chuqin pushing Harimoto into these extended rallies.
And how many times
perfectly poised to win this opening set. Really means a lot to him.
Just going net off with that, but another wonderful service delivery from the youngster Harimoto.
That will definitely go down as an unforced error, but I think it was the right shot. Had to be aggressive in the last point, had to put Harimoto under pressure.
And the quieter, more relaxed approach from Team JJ, it still means that they are 12 to 11 up at the moment. So here we go, players coming back to the same side that they started with. That's what we have here in T2. You do not change ends after every set. This just spices the game up a little bit, brings a bit more thinking towards these players.
Lovely little serve there. Definitely more spin than it looked. Harimoto dumping it into the net. Both players heavy on the feet when they're serving, aren't they, Gavin?
They are indeed.
What a forehand flick there. He's so aggressive. Had the opportunity of watching him practice earlier. Really is very aggressive for his age. 14 years old. So impressive.
And a lot of players at this age are just happy to be the best in their country. Happy to win cadet tournaments. No, no, no. If you want to be a top player, you have to be 2, 3, 4 years in advance.
We see previous results. It's important to cement yourself in your national country. Beating the senior players as a cadet. We saw Harimoto beat Jun Mitsutani in the World Championships this year. As a cadet and a junior, you really need to cement yourself, not just in your own country, as Gavin was saying, but in the world.
A lot of deception there from the Tomokazu Harimoto service, but it's Wang Chuqin 6-2 up. Only 16 minutes to go. It's amazing again how the time seems to race.
Oh, look at the power there, folks. 14 years old. It's incredible how much power this young man has.
The youngster concentrating in, getting low. When you get low, you can definitely read the deviation of serves a little bit more. You stand upright to try and receive serve. Could be anything coming your way.
Well, we've seen Wang Chuqin there, standing upright, trying to play a forehand. Crucial to the game. Needs to stay low, needs to move well on his feet.
5-6.
I'm still puzzled sometimes why players choose to run round there.
That will go down as an unforced error. Trying to do too much in the receive. He feels like he needs to put Harimoto under pressure by winning directly. But as we've seen before in the first set, the extended rallies, Wang Chuqin has been winning.
There if they were communicating in English or in fact in Chinese.
Timeout used perfectly there. Wang Chuqin staying close to the table. Choose. Maybe he can if he plays more shots like that. What an impressive backhand over the table here. We'll see it again. Look at that. Super wide there on the angle.
Concentration again on the face of Harimoto. Both players working well from their own serves. Getting up to that 60-65%. Point success rate on your own serve is critical at this level. And there we go. Very comfortable for Wang Chuqin to get us back to 1 set all.
This is firing up now. The game is level.
Again, more advice from the former world number 1, Jörg Roskopf. A German legend, so many great German players. here as well with Timo Boll. We'll see him later on this afternoon. And obviously with Dmitry Ovtcharov earlier on.
As you can see in the background there, there's a lot of TVs and live feed going around the T2 cavern for the audience here. The replay is played instantly on the TV.
So the players swap round and we're into game 3 at 1-all.
Lovely long and deep there from Wang Chuqin, attacking Harimoto's middle. Surprisingly, he hasn't looked too bad there in round 1, but not fearing the middle side now. Choosing to play more backhands from the middle of the table. We know that's his strength. He can hold the ball well there and play aggressive over the table. Wang Chuqin there, really impressive to deal with the net cord. He was running back in, thought the ball was going over to the forehand side when the ball clipped the net. Adjusted really well there. Definitely a lot of experience in a young man there. Oh, the bench appreciated that one in Team Rossi. Ovtcharov, Paul Drinkel and Georgina Pota on their feet.
Wonderful soft hands again though from Harimoto. He's always able to get 1 or 2 extra shots back.
This is why he's been so impressive on the world circuit at the minute. Getting that 1 or 2 extra balls back against the senior level players is important.
And for those of you thinking, oh, he's just 39 in the world, well, at 14 years old, to reach the quarter-final of a World Championships and just lose out 4-1 to Xu Xin of China at that stage, well, I think that speaks volumes of what we have and what a bright future this young lad has.
My guess would be if you asked a lot of 14-year-olds around the world, they would bite your arm off for that position. A little bit of hesitancy from Harimoto here. We haven't seen him really under pressure from someone around his own age. Maybe that's what's putting the pressure on. Disappointed there, looking a little bit despondent. Interesting, we haven't really seen this side of him.
It's amazing how both of these players are just able to change service positions, change the areas that they serve to. That's so critical. Sometimes adding spin, sometimes taking it away.
Choosing to step round on the back forehand corner to play a backhand. Didn't pay off that time. Popped it up too high. Allowed Wang Chuqin to come in with full power.
So with 10 minutes remaining in this final team match, we're just still lovely. Not evenly poised. Team JJ just 1 in front.
6-7.
With under 10 minutes to go, if this game goes Harimoto's way, it will mean that most likely Team JJ will get the win. Team Rossi really need this point.
Again, as we said before, how many times the young Japanese player is able to get that extra shot back. He's got no right to make that block, yet he does.
Look at what that means to him. Confirmation. No hesitancy there though. Straight round to play a whopping forehand cross court. Really no fear in these youngsters at all.
Tough to take that one. From our commentary position, that ball was well below the table. I think from there, it'd be more sensible at the last second to pull out of that shot and just block it back.
Right shot to go for though. He left the table open with a bouncy serve. Wang Chuqin wasn't sure if he should attack. Didn't, was hesitant, opened up the full table. He didn't need to go for that. Really didn't. He just needed to make Harimoto play another shot.
So as we've seen so many times in the previous 5 matches, we're at sudden death. Harimoto to serve. And there it is! Harimoto again! He comes up with a huge service delivery, hacking underneath it. And it's 11-10 to the 14-year-old youngster.
Meaning it's 14-12 now. In the match standing, Team JJ 2 points up on Team Rossi. With only under 6.5 minutes to go. It's very difficult now to get back to 14-all.
So Wang Chuqin, as you see there, he's 1 more points, yet he's 2 sets to 1 down. That is what's so interesting about the T2 scoring system that we have here. He's got to buck up his ideas now though, does Wang Chuqin. And he's in serve.
Lovely little forehand pickup from Harimoto there. Choosing to go on the defensive afterwards though. Maybe didn't make full use of his opening up shot. There we see Harimoto comfortable away from the table. Just going for too much in the backhand. A little bit unbalanced there from our position.
That serve has worked really well for Harimoto. He's used it sparingly, but it's very clever. It's amazing. Guys of this age, they just know when to put the foot on the gas, when to take it off and block 1 or 2 shots, and I like that.
Samsonov in the background there, looking poised and supporting his teammate.
So with less than 5 minutes remaining, still really intriguing here. If the young Chinese star can get right back into the match.
Even the tile boys know there's no time to waste, running straight in with that tile. Lovely crash flick forehand there. A little apology from Harimoto though. Wasn't fully clean.
Loving table tennis. The contrast between these big rangy topspin shots and this little deft touch round the net. So important to have all facets in your game if you want to be playing at the top level.
Lovely view there of our T2 cavern.
It's been wonderful as well in these 6 matches, the way that You know, with all the fantastic rules we have, and also this multi-ball system that they have going on. Normally, when you finish a point, you would race back and collect the same ball that you've used in the previous point. Not here. We have ball boys that are throwing the balls on, and again, that's just to speed everything up.
Harimoto here, fully confident in this set. 7-5 up. Really coming into his own now. Not feeling as pressurized as Wang Chuqin had him earlier.
With Harimoto racing to an 8-5 lead, he could, in theory, reach 11, which would mean we could enter the kill zone.
Looks like we might here, Gavin.
I think it would be fitting for our first match of the second week. Here we go.
10-5.
If that was golf, you would have shouted 4. And there it is. We fittingly move into the kill zone.
Wang Chuqin very despondent there, shaking the head, walking over to Jörg Rosskopf. What can the German legend tell him now?
And this is tough. It's going to be another win for Team JJ, sitting at 15-12. But obviously, as we have 6 interesting weeks ahead, it's important that every single match counts. Every single game counts. Even if you're going to lose the overall match, try and win the next game. So here we go. First to 5 points in the kill zone.
Harimoto straight up for this. The 14-year-old shouting the house down here. Being so aggressive, look at this. Extended rallies, holding the ball, playing over the table. Just slightly coming up short there. Right stuff though from the 14-year-old.
It's wonderful when rallies progress past 3 and 5 shots. Look how far away from the table he is.
Collapsing onto his knees, that's all we want to see. Look at the dedication.
How about thumping that backhand? It was almost nonchalant the way he just stroked that ball away. Beautiful.
Definitely feel like Wang Chuqin is playing with a little bit more aggression. Fired up from losing the previous sets. This is really crucial now, 3-1 up. Too much aggression though in that point.
That reverse.
Oh.
Might not feel like a big difference. So here we go. It's a set point. Harimoto is so stuffy though. Look at, he just knows again when to attack, when to block, when to be passive. Here we go. Sudden death. And it was net, followed by another net, and it's Tomokazu Harimoto that comes through in a final point thriller against Wang Chuqin.
Fitting end for this drama-filled match. A few controversial calls throughout, a few net courts. Very much filled with drama, but Team JJ coming out on top.
And I suppose it will be very disappointing from the Rossi camp that the Chinese players at the moment are not picking up enough games fortunate before when you have Ding Ning in your team that you can get lots of wins. You always look at players from China as being really dominant on the table, and it's not been the case for Team Rossi so far.
There we have it, folks. A little bit of confirmation for you there. 10-9 in favour of Harimoto for backhand winners, and 13-11 with forehand winners also going to Harimoto. Definitely the more aggressive of the two. When he stays in and outpowers the other player, it's very tough for them. Some great stuff we have for you here. Slight little errors here and there can cause a lot of problems. But Harimoto coming out on top, an impressive display.
So what a wonderful match we had in store here. We had a 12-16 Team JJ coming through, 16-12. We're going to be back later on though, and it's going to be Team Maze against Team Person. Don't miss it.